You went faster than I did.
How we doing?
I think I did.
5 picks today.
Yo! Boss Racing. Welcome to Rainy Willow. Or not, I don't know. It looks like it's gonna rain, but it might not. Just finished our first session. It was all right, actually. It wasn't too bad. I didn't get what I wanted, obviously, because there's mud everywhere, and there are actually cones where normally you would jump over the berms. So yeah, that's a little scary. I don't know, it's like a mental block. Like you see the cones, you're like, oop, I can't go there. And then you see all the mud and you're like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't push too hard. But all in all, not too bad. Didn't really catch that much traffic. I think what kind of made me run slower was that I was out for longer. And then I locked up going up Phil Hill, which was kind of terrifying. After that, I did a couple cool down laps, and when I went for another flyer, I overcooked the braking zone into Sunrise, which wasn't great. So a lot of mistakes on my part, but I'm pretty stoked on it. We're here because this is the last track day that our buddy X is doing before he moves back to Ohio. So we're just here chilling and having fun. We have a lot of garages, which is nice. If you haven't been to Buttonwillow, they have all these garages that you could rent, and one of these garages can fit 2 cars, and we currently have 3 garages, so we're the greedy ones. It makes for a good track day because you have just a nice shaded place to hang out, sometimes cook, and when it starts raining, we're gonna be dry as a bone, which is nice. My goals for today, I'm gonna try to match my PB of a 151, but it's gonna be a little bit hard because I can't jump the places that I want to jump, like bus stop, no jumping, con corners, no jumping, just no jumping anywhere really. So maybe today I'll just try out a few things. Sometimes I forget that track days are meant for testing, and sometimes like you know, I still consider myself a bit of a, you know, still of a beginner in the grand scheme of things, because I haven't been doing this thing that long. I've started in 2022. So always when I'm on a hot lap, I'm always trying to set my fastest, which is obviously what you want to do, but I think I need to start switching my thinking into using these track days as testing and figuring out, okay, how, like, let me figure out this one specific corner where I could brake deeper, or maybe I can attack this corner with a different line. But sometimes I get stuck in the rhythm of just doing the same thing over and over again until I get faster, which is that's not really what you're supposed to do. So maybe that's what we'll do today. We're gonna focus on a few corners just off the bat where I'm weak. Sunrise, definitely, I overslow, but that being said, you know, the conditions aren't great. It might rain a little bit, so diving really fast into sunrise might be a little dangerous. Riverside is a tough one for me. I just can't get it. I just don't know how people just dive in with so much speed. I just don't have the confidence that the car's gonna grip, and I think maybe that's because of the setup. Maybe I need to change my balance. But this is stuff that is all good to try out today. But, you know, just here to have fun. I know that it's not going to be PBs all day, but let's get that seat time. Whoa. Moisture from the sky. I don't think we're going to go fast anymore. That's actually pretty fun. Didn't go that fast because I was sketched out by all the Corvettes in front of me. They were just having fun, but my God, they're driving all crazy. Wet laps done. I don't have to do that again. That was whatever. I feel like yeah, sure, learn how to drive in the wet, but I mean, we were just doing parade laps at that point. But we did it.
All right, you got your black market. All right, I'll take this.
Don't show all this
I'll
sauce.
take
What's
this.
wrong with you?
I'll take this and that.
Hey, wait, don't forget the new stickers. Brand new stickers.
Oh shoot! All right, I'll take that. That's nice.
Yeah, the swan neck sitting on the floor. The stroker.
Guys, I know what you do now. You're obviously drug dealer.
So we had a little mishap. There was a car in one of the spec series that flipped at Phil Hill, apparently. Rolled over, and it looked in a pretty bad way. Luckily, we heard that the driver is okay, which is great news. But that's kind of scary. Because here at Buttonwillow, if you aren't familiar with Buttonwillow, the dirt is really, it's like a fine powder. And when it gets wet, it becomes like a clay. And you can get stuck in it really easily. And once your car grabs on, it kind of can do some really bad things. Flips are not uncommon when it's wet. So just in case you're planning on coming here, just make sure you do it with caution when it's wet, because that's definitely a thing that could happen. You could flip.
Because is that fun part? Well, I have a full down money. That's what I don't want two of them. And then this is just oil that I can get anywhere. So that's one I don't use. Which one do you use? This one I don't use. This one I have the full one.
I used to get Japan bikes.
I use it for the first time.
Shipping's expensive, right?
Which one do you want? I have two full ones of those, so I don't want to.
But the shipping is super expensive.
You want anything?
So yeah, I don't know.
Right, it's like that, you see that meme about the motorcycle guy who he has a motorcycle helmet, but it's a motorcycle. He's been making motorcycle memes. Everyone called him out on it. Like this guy. Let it all out.
Just had my third session. Very interesting. And I'll tell you why. That felt fast to me. I felt like I was actually driving like an insane person. But it was only a 53. And my last lap where I went off, that felt faster than the 53 that I threw down in this session. But then I overcooked it into sunset and then went off. And I thought to myself, okay, so maybe without the mistake, it would be at least like a 51 or a 52. Totally wrong. It would have been another 53. It was just on par with that 53. So I understand that the conditions aren't great, but at the same time, the track was dry during that session. Maybe it's because it was windy, that, you know, maybe the wind was playing a huge factor. Hard to say, but all I know is that I didn't go as fast as I thought I was going, and I was overdriving like a monster, which is kind of an issue of mine that I need to train out of me. Interesting, very interesting. I mean, these are things that everyone is going to go through when we're constantly pushing and pushing and pushing to get faster times. It's like it's so annoying. It's super annoying to be driving at what you think is your maximum, and then it's way less than what you thought it would be. So I'm pretty frustrated, but you know what? This is part of the process. One thing I did think about though is during GTA, so my settings were a little different. I ran more wing. I ran a stiffer sway bar, so it was it would rotate really easily. Right now I have the sway bar set to the medium and my wing set to neutral, 0. So maybe what I'll do for the last session, hopefully the rain stays away, maybe for the last session I give it more wing, and I don't want to stiffen the rear bar, it's just so annoying. And it's like a little wet, so I'd prefer understeer. So here, I think I'm gonna do more wing. That's what I'll do, I'll do more wing.
Session is over.
All right, can I go out that way?
That break in the wall right there to the left.
Thank you. So it just finished the 4th session. Not great, not great. There is a particular C6 Corvette that is running, let's just say that their braking zones are very odd, very strong and early. And it really threw me off, but it's, you know, I can't really fault this driver because I didn't have a transponder for the day, so it's hard for them to grid properly. I was definitely trying to make it known that I was a lot faster than them, but they just like wouldn't give me space to go by. And this is the open passing group, but you know, Buttonwillow is a pretty technical track, so there aren't a ton of places where you can make a pass that is unfacilitated by the front driver. But whatever, it is what it is. Ultimately, I found a way through, and then I tried to go for a hot lap, and I just overcooked cotton corners, and I went straight off. And I think for today, there are some special rules in place where you have 2 offs and your session's done. That was my only off that session, but I had one off the previous session. But I get it. It's like kind of wet, so they're trying to make it so that everybody has a good time on track and there's not a bunch of mud on there. But I tried too hard. I overdrove probably, and then I got punished for it. Up next is the bonus sessions, which I might partake in, or I might coach my buddy Alf. The last session I was coaching my buddy Jaden, and let me just use the word coaching as a very loose term. I wouldn't really consider myself in any position to really coach anyone's driving in particular, because I just feel like I'm not at the point where I can give real training to somebody, because I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But I tried to help my friend Jaden sub 2. He's really close. I think in the bonus sessions he might be able to. My buddy Alf, really close to sub 2, so hopefully we can get him there. But all in all, it's a great day. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. All right, so that's the end of our day. We had one last open lapping session that I opted to sit in the passenger seat of my buddy Alf Supra to give him some coaching, and we got him to basically a 2 flat, from a 202 to a 2 flat with just some simple tweaks, which is like super cool. I can't wait for him to sub 2 soon. And our friend Jaden did a 158 after we were in the car with him, which is awesome. So yeah, really, really good day at the track. I mean, personally, I didn't really run the times that I wanted, which kind of seems like a trend. I think that's kind of the, I'm seeing a trend there. Maybe I suck. But this was really fun. I loved being on track with my friends and coaching them and helping them get faster. And we at least achieved that today. So yeah, I think good day at the track, good day at the track. All packed up and ready to go. Let's get out of here.
Boss Racing.